Hey y'all, I hope you are doing well wherever you are in this moment. And no matter where you are in this moment, I invite us all to just like breathe a little deeper. So if you're watching this now, I invite you to just take a really deep breath and to reconnect with you, your heart, your body, your mind, your own energy field, your subtle body, all of this that is you. I invite you to reconnect with that. So I wanted to share something about the big experience that the sun just had. So yesterday the sun let out a big solar flare, a big giant star fart. That's what happened. It was a star fart. It was like poof. And we here on the earth plane probably gonna be feeling it. Like probably I think Sunday is what I was what I heard. And this is what I went into today. So I went into meditation and kind of navigated through the quantum what this could potentially look like, right? Anything is possible because we are here in the now and we're eternal in the now, and the potentials are infinite. So there's that. And there's also this part of like the quantum and physics and just the natural law of the way energy moves and the way I see things that's like this perspective that I come from. So if it lands, awesome. If it doesn't resonate, awesome. I still need to share this. So what I am seeing, whether it's in the timeline of Sunday or a timeline closely thereafter, I'm also tapping into this timeline of March. So I'm not sure. I'm not. Right? Because it's all now. Anyway. So, what I see happening is that we will be getting kind of blasted with a huge plasma wave, right? So the sun emits energy waves, plasma, light, gravitational waves, all types of energy and data, because energy is literally information in motion. So it's just different frequencies of consciousness that are moving to us. And because the magnetosphere on the earth plane is all weak and shit, we're probably gonna get a big wallop. I actually, one of the news that I listen to, not the mainstream media, but yeah, they likened it to anyway. So this plasma wallop that we will be getting tends to create experiences for our nervous system. It messes with our fascia, which is this electrical sheath of plasma that connects everything in our body. So there can be some nervous system disruptions, right? So things literally may get on your nerves. You may get on your nerves. You may project onto others and tell them they're getting on your nerves when really you're just trying to soothe the dissonance about you getting on your own damn nerves. So that's a thing. It's also, it can mess with our endocrine system, our hormone system. It can just kind of give us a wee bit of a wobble. And not only that, it can also increase psychotic episodes. It's a lot of energy. It's a lot of magnetic energy. It's a lot of electric energy. It's a lot of energy, and our brains have so much electricity moving through it that it's like getting kind of like struck by lightning, but like not even a little bit. So it can create what feels or is perceived to be like psychotic episodes. I share this so we can give ourselves more grace and give other people more grace, because if you're driving along and somebody's like all of a sudden ranting at you because you didn't stop fully at the stop sign or whatever, that like give them grace, that like they're just experiencing their experience and love you, mean it, and okay, bye. And also giving ourselves grace if we are maybe in a thought loop that's not healthy for our well-being. Something else that is kind of really what I wanted to share about is what it does to the heart. So it can increase cardiovascular episodes. So heart attacks can increase. Feelings of heart palpitations can increase. The feeling of like the anxious heart, that feeling of like, is this excitement or is this an anxiety attack? Like that shit in the heart, that can actually be amplified, that can be felt. It's a huge energy source energy, literally coming into our bodies, our energy field. And our heart emits the biggest electromagnetic frequency poof. So if we have this as this big EMF creating machine right here, and then I pull in a whole other EMF plunk, they're going to move through each other and they're going to have a relationship. So that may throw us off a little bit. That's why it's really important to breathe over the course of the next few days. And it's always important to breathe. So like whenever you watch this, just breathe. It's all good. And please, the big encouragement is to breathe and to be in stillness. Not necessarily like I'm not allowed to move, but the peaceful kind of stillness. So even if you're in a chaotic situation, that you are still in your 0 point, that you're still in your true authentic center, that you are in your peaceful stillness. Very important, for reals. And what I noticed today when I was doing my meditation and exploration and all of that, I feel like we're moving through this 4th dimensional time space, like, oh wait, time's not real, duh. And we're moving into like this 5th dimensional consciousness, and it's like pushing through different waves of like static and pauses, and it's like, oh, this is light, or oh, this is dark, and oh, it's more static. Well, the static is polarity. It's the duality, and being able to be neutral in that 0 stillness point makes being in that polarized reality a lot more easy, and it's easier on the heart. Because if I'm in a now where I am witnessing duality and polarity, and I'm getting real pissed off or real stressed out or anxious about it or depressed about it, I mean, it's breaking my heart, but I'm not really processing the grief of it, then I'm actually I'm not really mitigating any harm. I'm causing harm to myself. And because we're in a quantum realm, everything that I am and that I think and that I do literally ripples out and is going to affect all life around me. So, so that's the thing. Anyway, so as we're moving through this place of this duality, keep in mind, sun, big energy wave, getting ready to like hit us. It's a real potent time to be in the heart space. For reals. It's like the words fall flat of how important it is to stay in a space of openness, of neutrality, as the witness, being in love, being in compassion, being in surrender, being in trust, being in faith. Like, I don't even know what's happening. Being able to be in the discomfort, be in the pain, in the suffering, whether it's witnessing it or it's as the experience, like I'm experiencing it as the witness or I'm experiencing it firsthand, not to ignore the suffering, and to also give a lot of grace and love and compassion for those suffering, be it the self or anyone else. Surrendering into the places of discomfort, not fighting it and not judging it and not fearing it, rather witnessing it, noticing that I am in resistance to it, that I am judging it, that I'm fearing it, that I'm doing this energy thing to it, and how can I open up to it? Not I don't need to like it. I don't need to like the behaviors of the things that I'm experiencing or witnessing, but how can I be a witness to it in this stillness space and love me and all the other humans and all the other life forms on this earth plane while this is all happening. That's staying in the heart. If we are able to stay in the heart, check this out, y'all. You ready for this cosmic download? When we're able to stay in the heart, truly being in a space of peace and of love and compassion, acceptance and grace, when we are in that heart space, that source space, our EMF field from the heart is greater, it's amplified, it's clearer. There aren't as many frequency distortions in it. It's just big, right? It's a higher frequency, right? Think about that. It's a higher frequency. It's moving faster. Imagine that with this huge ass solar star fart that's coming in. It too is a pure high frequency, right? Not so much polarity in that. So it's coming in. So if my heart's already open in this higher frequency of love and of joy, then this energy wave that comes in won't be as much of a distorting experience. Rather, it will, I'm seeing this as it coming in and like clearing out any density and allowing our heart to be even bigger and bolder and more amplified anyway. If my heart, however, if my heart isn't in that space of love and presence and peace, and my heart is not being heard because I'm letting this egoic subconscious program, the matrix, run the show, then my heart frequency is more like bloop, 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 like that. And then I have all these other programs running that are causing static. And these programs are of fear and lack and judgment and stagnation and hatred and those things. Those are the other programs, right? So they're all doing this while the heart is like, I'm still being my EMF, baby, but like ain't nobody listening to me. Imagine the star fart coming in and all of this shit that's all static and wonkadoo, that energy from the sun will still move through it, and it's just not as comfortable. For real. It's not. It's not comfortable for the emotional body, for the mental body, for the physical body. It's just not comfortable. And we're going to make it through it, and it's all fine. And me, if I can be as comfortable as I can, like, yes, sign me up for as much comfort as possible, please. Like, I prefer that. And also know that pain is the thing, and it's temporary, and it's just whatever we label it to be. Which I think is going to get us through the next series of star activity. The sun's activity is starting to increase a whole bunch. But we're going to start seeing it with more recognitions of climate forcing. We're going to be like, oh, yeah, that's what they're doing. They're trying to do these things, and you can't use the sun. It's too big. Like, stop it. Anyway. So basically, I'm encouraging myself and everyone else to be aware of that there are bigger things happening than what is propagandized and shown in the media and in a lot of humans' awarenesses. And I'm not saying that everything's in my awareness. Like, there's stuff beyond my awareness. Duh, I'm just sharing what's in mine. And this is what I see to be an opportunity for a big heart activation, which for a lot of us, the things that have prevented our heart frequency from being so big and so bold is unprocessed feelings and emotions, unprocessed traumas, of ourselves, of our ancestors, of our neighbors, humans on the earth plane, because we are all one. So these unprocessed programs get to come to light. The light will shine on it. And, unprocessed grief is also a really big thing. There's a lot of grief. There's a lot of grief, y'all. Grief for like who I was as a kid and how I was treated and how I treated others, and the suffering and the pain and what's happening with trafficking of like humans and kids and like all this real messed up stuff and just all this stuff. There's a lot of grief around this stuff, y'all. We are made to feel grief and to celebrate life and to create anew. Like that's the cycle of the heart, of life, of nature. So, if you feel waves of grief or heavy emotions, my encouragement is to reach out for support, tap into your breath, be with the emotions, let them move through you, whatever resonates and that's in a safe way for you. I encourage that. And please go back to love, that you are love and that we're all doing the best we can. We're all processing the best we can. We're all moving through these things and creating new programs and unprogramming the old things and disconnecting from the matrix. And everyone's in their own space and timeline in this now. For real. What I see happening, the more of these big solar waves we get, we're going to get more opportunities to come together as sovereign beings in love. And I don't necessarily want to talk about this too much, but I went into the darker, heavier, malicious programs and consciousness today. And I've had an awareness of it. I've had my sight on it. And I don't let it like get me down. And I'm sending so much love to all of the beings that are being harmed or killed or tortured or whatever. And this is a practice of mine, is to be able to love the things that would seem to be unlovable. Because to me, everything is love. Whether it's being actively expressed or not, it just is. And as the light shines upon some of these dark energies, these heavy densities, these waves of consciousness, these frequencies, these things, right? These bits. When the light shines on that, we all have an opportunity to do one of two things. Well, I guess one of three things, really. We can judge it and talk about how wrong everything is and how wrong the people are and how the people need to suffer and they need to be tortured as well, or whatever the mind space is that wants justification or revenge, those things that aren't actually in love. Heart doesn't want revenge. So we can do that, right? We can fear it. We can judge it. We can ignore it. Bypass it. We can also love it. And we can process the grief and allow ourselves to feel the sadness and feel the anger and trust that things are moving through and things are going to be better and that it's up to us. Then we get to come together and we get to unite and we get to grow as conscious communities and we get to be stewards of this land and stewards of children and stewards of all life on earth, and that we are more than taken care of and that we are abundant in nature. And okay, I am liberated, I am free. These people, these beings are also liberated and free, and they're becoming more liberated and free day by day by day by day. Right? So that's the heart talking, right? And then the choices we make will be in alignment with that, right? Like it just does. Or the third option is to be neutral, right? To be like super zen about it, which is being the witness, no harm, no foul, no love, no judgment. It's just emming. I just am. None of these are wrong. It's also a choice that we all get to make with every opportunity that we get put in front of us something that we don't like and something that's like real fucked up. Stuff that I think is going to start to become more and more disclosed as time goes on, because we're here to clear it. We're literally moving into a different consciousness band, a whole new frequency. And we're here to do it through our bodies and our actions and our thoughts and our words, our own frequency that we emit on this earth plane. So it's not over. You know, we're literally just starting this process. I had a moment the other day when I really, really let that one land. I was like, shit, we're just starting this. Oh, damn it. Then I was like, well, hey, but we are the ones that get to start it, which means that we're all going to be like tripping up and messing up and doing our best and kind of floundering along. And if we're doing it in love and grace and kindness and compassion, then we're still going to be fine. And then the timeline maybe won't be as long, or it may not seem as arduous, you know, because it's all going to clear. So we can do it with love, or we can sit here and judge it and judge it and judge it and judge it, and perhaps even do another couple lifetimes until we say, wait a minute, I am that in which I am judging. It is a part of me. Because if it were not a part of me, it wouldn't be. It's like everything is atomic. Like everything is connected. So it's like, shit. Oh, okay. So in my opinion, like, let's just do it now. Let's just go for it. Let's just love fiercely and speak up in so much love and compassion for the me, the body and the mind that has been controlled or harmed or coerced or poisoned, right? Or whatever. And also speak up and stand up for those that maybe don't have a voice. You know, the animals, the earth, the children, our neighbors, the elders, the wisdom keepers. Like, to me, this is what we're doing. And this solar wave that's getting ready to just like plunk down on the earth, it's going to have a huge impact on the me that I am. And it's also going to have a huge impact on the earth plane itself. Because it's not like the solar energy is just going to bounce off the earth. It's going to move through her. It's a whole new frequency of energy, and it's a really big one. It's a really big one. So, my encouragement, again, get your heart connected, get it still, get it amplified. Love everything that you can. Love your hands, love your toes, love your knees, love your heart, love your belly, love your mind, love your hair, love your head, love everything. Love the floor, love the ceiling, love the air, love the clouds, love the rain, love the heat, love the cold, love your neighbor, love your friends, love your foes. Just love it all. And if you can't love it all, can you find your own breath and acceptance for your inability to actively love something that is a reflection of you, whether you like to admit it or not? And breathe. Keep breathing. Go back to your breath. It is spirit. It is inspiration. It is the breath of life. Please keep breathing. Slow, steady, fast. Do your yoga breaths. Do your Wim Hof. Jump in a tub of ice. I don't care what you do. Place a hand on a heart. Place a hand on your belly. And just reconnect with you and your breath. You don't even have to control it. Just be aware of it. Feel it moving into your nose or mouth and into your lungs. And let it be felt as you release it and just settle back into you. Let yourself be with you. Be in creation. Please be in creation. Turn off the scrolling devices. Please, as I record on one, I'm aware. And do something creative, like write, paint, doodle, design something, make new meals, put new things together, make music, get with your friends, get with your neighbors, create something you all have never created before. Maybe it's just a new rhythm of being. Maybe it's a new rhythm on some drums. But please, and if you can be in any kind of joy, please be in some joy. Let joy move to you and through you. It's a frequency that this earth needs, and I'm finding that it is not the easiest one for humans to feel, express, share, receive. And it is a part of our divine makeup. Joy. It's who we are. We are joyful, loving, kind, abundant, nurturing, beautiful, resilient, focused. Love nuggets. We are. Oh, quarks and gluons. Anyway, so that's my encouragement. When I tapped into the frequency of this, the depth of the polarity and the height of the polarity, you know, whatever way you want to look at it, it's all in this nebulous of whatever, no space. And what I felt that will be cleared for so many, right? This stuff that's staticking from this heart to be in its fullest lotus type of blossom. It was so nauseating, y'all. It was like, I was like, damn. Like, I was feeling that. So ride the waves, because I don't know about y'all, but whenever I've been nauseous, like it comes in waves and it's like, oh, I'm going to throw up. No, I'm going to throw up. No. And then all of a sudden I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm throwing up. Yeah, get it out, body. I don't need you anymore. Toxin. Some people hate throwing up, you know, I don't, whatever. It's not my favorite, but like I'm okay with it. Like, get it out. Anyway, it felt very nauseating. It did. It felt really nauseating. So a little like, not head dizzying, but like a little like dizzying nausea-ness. So yay. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share. Please keep taking care of yourselves and each other. Know how loved you are. Remember that you are love, period. No matter what you've done or said in your life, that you are and always have been love. So if there's anything that I can do to support you in this experience, I offer one-on-one sessions where I can work with your quantum field, with the quantum field, clear, move energy, bring things to light, so that this stuff that's blocking this full frequency and amplitude of this heart center, any of that stuff, I help to just kind of like get that shit out of the way, because my desire is for all of y'all, myself included, to live and create on the earth plane from this big wide open heart. Love and peace. Throw in like a whole like frosting layer of joy. Call it a day. So anyway, I'm here for one-on-one sessions. The month of November, I'll have time and space on Mondays. So if that feels in alignment for you, please reach out. You can click on the link, send me an email. So I love you, and I will see you soon. Okay, bye y'all.